Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a wonderful day. In today's video we are going to be talking about The Selection. The Selection is a book that I'm reading by Kiera Cass, and y'all, I'll just have to say I love me a good romance book, and this is a romance book. We are going to be talking about chapters 1 through 5. There are 25 total chapters in this book. This book is about 367 pages. And if you like this style of video, hit that like button. And if you are not a part of the family over here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you will get notified every time I upload a video. So, the back of the book of The Selection says, 35 girls, The Selection, the chance of a lifetime, the opportunity to be swept up in a world of glittering gowns and priceless jewels. To live in a palace and compete for the heart of the gorgeous Prince Maxon. But for America's singer, being selected is a nightmare. It means turning her back on her secret love with Aspen, who is a caste below her, and leaving her home to enter the fierce competition for a crown she doesn't want. Then America meets Prince Maxon. Gradually, she begins to realize that the life she always dreamed of may not compare to the future she never imagined. So to start off, we meet America Singer and her family. Now, I have to explain this caste system that they speak of in the back of the book. This caste system is like what we would call today our class in society, like upper middle class and poor, things like that. But their caste system is like from a 1 to an 8. And America Singer's family falls at a 5. A 5 is not the best caste, but it's also not the worst caste. It's actually like 3 away from the bottom. So we meet America Singer in the Singer household. America Singer is not the oldest child. She's more like the middle child. She has an older sister named Kenna. She's married to a man named James. James is a 4. Then she has her brother Coda, who's already out the house, but he's not married. Then we have America. Then her sister May, who is 3 years younger than America. And then the baby of the family is her younger brother Gerard. Now, her family dynamic is going to be important because the selection is a way for the prince to find a wife. But the weird thing about this whole selection is that America doesn't want to do it. Her family knows she wants not to do it, but they don't understand why, because America is in a secret relationship with this guy named Aspen. Aspen is a 6, which means he is a caste below her, and she's wanting to get married. Her and Aspen have dreamt up this life together. It's a lot, but America and Aspen are in love, but they're kind of like on different pages, because America doesn't care what caste Aspen is, but Aspen cares. So when the book starts off, this letter comes in the mail about the selection, and America's like, automatically, I'm not signing the paper. I'm not entering, I'm not doing that. Her mother's like, you should do it. Her dad's like, not really trying to tell her what to do. But the selection, whoever is selected, since there's going to be 35 girls, which means only one girl from each province is going to make it into the selection. A province is like a city or a state. They live in the country of Ilya. And Ilya is looking for its next princess. So America lives in the province of Carolina. So her mother's like, entered the selection. Why is her mother so pressed about this selection? Is because if you are selected, they pay your family, or as they like to put it, compensate your family for the time you are away, because pretty much if everybody in the family works, unless you are underage, everybody in the family works or contributes to the household in some way, shape, or form. Now America's job, since she's the oldest in the house, is that she cooks and cleans. She also attends school. Everybody that's a caste of a 5, they are homeschooled. Only 6s and 7s go to public school. And America's family is artists and musicians. Her younger sister and her father are artists, and her mother and America are singers, and her mother plays the piano. Now America plays a wide range of instruments, and she also speaks 3 languages. So the letter comes, America's not signing it, but she sneaks out to meet Aspen, which is a problem, because sneaking out to meet Aspen will get you in major trouble. Everybody in Ilya has a curfew. If you break curfew, then you broke a law, and breaking a law will get you sent away to jail. So she sneaks out to meet Aspen. She doesn't finish her dinner. She saves her leftovers for Aspen, and then she sneaks off. She tells Aspen that the letter comes in the mail for the selection, and he was like, yeah, we got one too. Now Aspen is a 6. He's the oldest of 7 siblings. His dad passed away, so now Aspen is like the man of his household. He has twin sisters, Cecilia and Camber. They are also eligible for the selection. To be eligible for the selection, you have to be between the ages of 16 to 20. So his sisters, Aspen's twin sisters, are now eligible for the selection because they are 16. They are going to enter the selection. Aspen tells America to enter the selection. Why? Because he wants a better life for her. But Aspen is so, he loves America that he knows he can't provide for her, but he's like, I love you, just enter the selection and we'll go from there. If you don't make it, then I'll marry you. But I don't want to be holding you back from something that could be great and change your life. So he tells her to enter. She fights him on it. Then she's like, okay, I'll enter. But then her parents come in like the next day after she told them at the dinner table, I don't want to enter the selection. They give her an ultimatum. The ultimatum is, you enter the selection, you are now old enough to take jobs on your own, and all the money that you make on the jobs that you do by yourself, you get to keep half the money and you give the other half to the family because they still need her financial help. And that's her mother's main reason for wanting America to enter the selection. Like I said, a 5 is not the best caste, but it's also not the worst. But it's bad enough that they're only 3 away from the bottom. So America's parents still don't know that she snuck out to meet Aspen and that she already agreed to enter the selection because of Aspen. Okay, so she fills out the paper. They ask about her hair color, eye color, how many languages she speaks, her education, all of that. They go to drop the paper off at like their postal service. Thousands of girls in her Providence is there. They're dressed up, all of that. And America looks plain because she didn't know that they were going to take a picture. And then she runs into Aspen's twin sister and Aspen's mother. Aspen's mother talks about she's noticed that her son is happier now. She believes that her son has a girlfriend that he is planning on marrying. And America thinks that Aspen's mother is talking about her. So Aspen's all excited, but now she really doesn't want to enter the selection because she thinks, okay, I just heard Aspen's mother talking about this woman. I think she's talking about me, and she's hoping and praying that she doesn't get selected for the selection. But he only recently started smiling and talking and acting different, which is a little alarming to America because her and Aspen have been going out for 2 years. And why is his mother just recently noticing that he's happier and working harder, saving his money, and all of those things? But Aspen stops thinking about that. She's just like, okay, I'm the girl he's talking about. I'm the girl he's going to marry. She doesn't say any of this out loud. She's thinking this in her head. So the reason why they want to get married so young is because physical relationships are forbidden in their country before marriage. You will actually get in trouble with the law if you do anything physical before you are married. That's why most people in Easley get married so young. And usually the women will date down because men will come and ask for their hand in marriage. So for example, if America marries Aspen, she will be changing her caste. So she will be technically worse off as a 6 than a 5. Like her sister Kenna married up because she married a 4. But if America and Aspen get together, she will be marrying down, but she doesn't care about that. She goes so far to even ask her dad, would you care, without telling her dad that she's dating this guy that is a 6, would he care if she dated below her caste? Can she date anybody? Can she marry anybody? And her dad's like, I just want you to be happy. That's all he wants. But her mother is like, I want better for you. Do better. Be better than me, sort of thing. But America also feels like her mother guilt her into doing things that she doesn't want to do. Like the weight of her family is on America's shoulders because doing this selection will bring in money because they pay you for being in the selection. If you are selected, your family gets a pay. Even if you aren't the one selected, you will no longer be a 5 anymore, because when you enter the selection, if you don't make it, they boost you up. So if America doesn't make it in the selection, like if she meets Prince Maxon and he sends her home, she will automatically be a 3. So either way, the selection is good for her because she will be gaining, how should I say this, more economic status is the best way to put it. It is really the best way to put it. And that's what her mother is looking for. Now her mother, on the other hand, when the king had his selection time, America's mother was only 14. So at the time when the king was looking for a wife, America's mother could not enter the selection. And I think that kind of bothers America's mother because she knows, it sounds like she settled for America's dad. She just doesn't try to say it. And America's wondering, are you pushing this selection on me because you aren't happy with your life? And America even starts questioning after listening to how hard her mother is pushing this selection. She's starting to wonder, does her mother really love her dad? Like, did you settle for my father? Do you really love him? Or is it just that you are all about the money? I don't know if America's mother is all about the money, but I feel like she was saddened by not being able to enter the selection because she missed the cutoff by 2 years when she was younger. But America's dad does warn her that financial strain, no matter who you marry, will change the dynamics of your marriage, and he doesn't want that for America. But he's not going to tell her like out loud that I want better for you, but he always tells her, I don't care who you marry, I just want you to be happy. So it sounds like there's kind of a rift between America's father and America's mother because they have two different ideas on what happiness leads to. Happiness should be for money. Why wouldn't you want a better life? That's how American mothers feel. And even though America's father knows how much finances put a strain on the marriage side of things, he wants his daughter to be happy. But the funny thing is, his oldest daughter did marry a 4, which I told you his name is James, and he doesn't even address James by his name. He just calls him a 4. So maybe there is a slight jealousy that his daughter is a little better off than her family because her parents are still 5s and she married a 4. So money is a big issue. So America and Aspen get into a fight because now that America's working, she has a little bit more money. And Aspen is like, your parents really bribed you to enter the selection? Yeah. She was like, yeah, now I can save money so we can get married. So on their date night, America makes extra food because she has the money to make extra food now. Usually there is no seconds at America's dinner table. She saves some of her food for Aspen because 6s don't really eat that much, and since he's the oldest, he usually gives his portion to his younger sibling. So they get into this big fight. They meet in a treehouse at like midnight. This is how they meet up and nobody knows. So she makes a whole meal for Aspen. Her and Aspen are eating, and Aspen's like, what is this? Why is there so much food? And she was like, I made it for you. And he was like, why would you do that? Sort of thing. She was like, because I wanted to show you that this is what I did with my extra money. And he was like, no. Now Aspen's angry because he's used to America giving him food that he feels as though she doesn't want. But the fact that she went out her way to make a whole extra meal for him, it's like you're taking food out of your own family's mouth, knowing that they're struggling because they don't have seconds in America's house. So America never finishes her meal so she can give some to Aspen. So he was like, why would you do that? I'm supposed to be the provider. This is Aspen's issue. He's a man, and he feels as though as the man, he is supposed to be the provider. And he doesn't like that America is providing for him. He doesn't want to do that because sixes are servants and they were raised to serve other people. And as a man, he feels as though he's the provider. And I could see why he feels that way, but in my opinion, if you're in a relationship, your relationship is a partnership. But Aspen feels as though he should be the provider. So they're arguing, and she was like, I just want to be with you. I just want to be happy. How many times do I have to tell you? We will work together. I just want to be with you. I love you. And whenever you're ready, whenever you're ready to marry me, I am ready to be with you. And Aspen is like, no, I can't do this anymore. And he breaks up with America. And this is before that she finds out if she made it into the selection or not. So Aspen breaks up with America because he feels as though he should be the provider. He can't provide for America. He doesn't want her to suffer. And he really loves America enough to know that he can't provide for her, and he wants America to have a better life. I don't think that's the only reason he broke up with America. I haven't gotten that far in the book to find out, but I don't think that's the only reason he broke up with America. So he breaks up with America. Then the Capitol Report comes on TV, which lets you know about the country's news. And America's name is announced for the selection. Is announced. So America is now officially representing the Providence of Carolina in the selection. And Aspen broke up with her. So thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. I will be posting questions for our next discussion on my community tab in the next upcoming days. So check back on my community tab to give your thoughts on the questions that I asked. Remember, I'm always thinking of you. Sending my love, and bye for now.